Okay, so welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I'm Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping and wholesaling houses in New York. If you're already doing how to grow your business. So, crazy day today. I am filming technically on vacation, and the topic is how long is an offer valid on a house? So, a couple things. First of all, I can't even go Facebook Live today because Facebook is down. Crazy. I guess we'll post it after, but we'll post it to YouTube today. Now, so when we say how long is an offer valid, first of all, let's explain what an offer is. And it's funny because I came originally from the stock equity trading world where when I want to buy something, that's a bid, and when I want to sell something, that's an offer. But what offers come to mean is a bid, right? So when you want to buy a house, you make an offer to buy the house, right? In real estate, that's how it goes. Now, so you make an offer on a house. How long is it valid? What does the word even valid mean, right? What does valid mean, right? You see, people have this crazy idea that somehow you make an offer and somehow you are now bound to that offer, or you must abide by that offer, or if you're selling a house and somebody gives you your asking price, you have to sell. It's just not the way it works, right? And I'm just coming from somebody who sold hundreds, if not 1,000 houses, probably over 1,000 houses. So, damn door's not open. It's open. So when you make an offer on a house, how long is it valid? Who cares? It's really the answer to this question, as stupid as it sounds, is who cares? Because you've got to understand something. I can make an offer on your house. Say, I want to pay $400,000 a house. You can say, great, I'll sell it to you for $400,000. And then I can say, you know what? I don't care. In New York, the way it really works is until you're under contract, till contracts are signed. So let me just explain what the process is. You make an offer, you negotiate, the seller accepts your offer, maybe counter offers, you agree on a price. You agree on a price. In New York, then the inspection gets done, right? Inspection gets done. Yeah. Not like in other states where you sign a contract and then you have an inspection contingency. No, you come to an agreement on price, an inspection gets done. Then the seller's attorney, if you're selling it to your attorney, is going to send the contract out to the buyer's attorney. And then they're going to negotiate over stupid legal bullshit. And then you are going to agree on the terms of the contract. The buyer is going to then send a deposit, the EMD, earnest money deposit, with the signed contract to the seller's attorney. The seller's attorney is going to look it over, make sure nothing was changed that he didn't know about, sign the contract, and then distribute it to every deposit the EMD, the deposit, into a bank account, and then you are then in contract. So it's like 10 steps more than in 49 states. 49 states, the buyer wants to buy, a seller wants to sell. Buyer just gives him a contract, says, hey, you want to sell? I'll pay $200,000 for your house. The guy goes, sure. Sign a contract, you're in contract. Usually there's a contingency in it, call it an escrow contingency in California, where either party can walk away during that period of time. Now, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Jeez, I hiked running canyon earlier with my grandson on my back. So this offer situation, right? Is it valid? It's really it's to me, before something's in contract in New York, nobody's under any obligation to do anything, right? So people think, well, I accepted an offer, I can't go take a higher offer. Now you may decide that, right? Whenever I accept an offer, what I tell the buyer is, I'm accepting your offer, but I'm going to continue to market the property until contracts are fully executed, right? And that sends him two important messages. First message is, dude, you better move quickly if you want this house, right? Don't jerk me around and take 2 weeks to sign the contract. Make sure your attorney moves. And B, if I come back to you and say, hey, somebody offered me $10,000 more, can you match it? You're not going to get so pissed. Now, still, believe me, people get pissed at me all the time. Oh, you're not a man of your word. You son of a bitch. I told you. You said we had a deal. Yeah. Here's my answer. Screw you, because, and let me tell you why. I am so hardened and jaded to this, because on many occasions, what happens is a buyer will tell you, yeah, I'll pay $465,000. I'm like, woo, this is awesome. And then 2 days later, they'll go, oh, sorry, I changed my mind. I'll pay you $425, or I don't want to buy it, or sorry, I'll get a text from the attorney saying, oh, my client has decided not to proceed with this transaction. So after enough of those happen to you, you realize until contracts are signed, you can go screw yourself, right? And I'm going to continue to make as much money as I can if you really want this to happen. And let me tell you something also, right? If a buyer really wants to get contracts signed, he can do it in a day, right? If he tells his attorney, Whatever you're doing, drop it, or find another attorney who can do it in a day. An attorney, tell that an attorney, any attorney, hey, you're going to get a contract, and check it over, make sure nothing's crazy, and I want to sign it immediately. You can do it. But what happens a lot is that people jerk you around for 2 weeks, right? So I don't care, right? I don't care. The idea that I'm not a man of my word because I'll accept an offer and then take a higher offer, I don't care. Because too many times I've had situations where a buyer just said, sorry. I had a buyer once tell me, oh, I can't wait to buy this house. This is the greatest house ever. I am on my way to the bank to get the down payment check. Then I'm going to my attorney. You'll have it tomorrow. I told him to overnight to. And then I didn't hear from him ever again. So basically, everybody's full of crap until contracts get signed. Therefore, I highly advise you to use my line. I'm accepting your offer. However, I'm going to continue marketing the property until contracts are signed. And that, to me, is the greatest thing ever. So how long is an offer valid for? I don't know. What does an offer even mean? Offer is crap to me. I get offers all the time. I'm getting offers up the gazoo on something I'm wholesaling now from cash buyers. Who cares, right? How long is their offer valid? I don't know. If I want more, it's probably not valid at all, right? If you give me an offer for $400,000 and I have an offer for $460,000, how long is your offer valid? Your offer's crap. I'm going to call you back. I'm going to tell you I got a higher offer. I might give you color as to how much it is. If you're the highest offer, how long is it valid? I don't know. You could change your mind anytime. I could change my mind anytime. Just the way it works in New York. In New York, nothing makes a goddamn difference until contracts are signed. Now, in other parts of the country where it's so easy to just get into contract, right? Then you make an offer, somebody comes back to you, you can just make it happen in 5 minutes, right? You can use DocuSign, send the email out a contract. Everybody signs it in 30 seconds. But in New York, the process is so freaking slow, just incredibly slow between the time that somebody accepts an offer and the time you actually get the contract. It's not crazy for that to take a month. A month. A quick wholesale deal in other states is like, 2 weeks. A quick wholesale deal in New York is like 2-3 months. So you got to understand, what does an offer really mean? It doesn't mean shit, right? It doesn't mean anything. Sorry, one second. I burnt my top of my mouth. So how long is an offer? There's usually, sometimes, listen, there are times I'll put an offer in on a property and I'll say, listen, I gotta buy 2 properties this month. I'm either buying yours or I have 2 other properties I'm looking at. And you can put a time limit on it. You can say, I'm giving you an offer and it's good for 20 days. You could put an offer with a time limit, but that still doesn't mean anything because guess what? If you still want to buy the property, the guy comes back to you later, you can still buy it, right? So offers really have no time limits at all. I put in offers. Here it is. I put in offers and people come back to me 6 months later. Yeah, and my answer is always I got to look at it and see if I can still pay it. Sometimes I'll pay more. Right? I had that recently. Guy agreed to a price. Things got jerked around. He said, "Hey, can you go any higher?" I looked at it. I go, "Yeah, I can pay a little bit more," and I paid him more. So, and there were times when I went the other way. I said, "Listen, to be honest with you, I didn't know about X, Y, and Z at the time I made the offer. I know about it now, and I'm going to pay you less." And that's it. Doesn't matter. I really burned the crap out of my mouth. Okay. So there really is no time limit on an offer. You can put a time limit on it, but even if you put a time limit on it from the buyer's perspective, you can still buy the property after that time limit expires, and the seller can go back to you after the time limit expires. So it doesn't really matter. Only thing that matters in New York is when things go to contract. And it's very different than the other 49 states. As I said before, first of all, there's no contingency. So every time I go into contract, I have to close on it or I sign it. B, the deposits are much bigger. And not those $50 or $100 deposits like you have in other places. The standard deposit's 10%. You can negotiate that, but you got to give something significant. And C, title company's not running the transaction. You need a good attorney. So those are the misconceptions that people have because they listen to other gurus who don't really do deals in New York. Good people who are giving good information, just none of it applies to New York. New York is like another planet when it comes to doing deals. Now, I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in finding out more about the ways I can help you, you can go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you are interested in my course that teaches how to do what I do, go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse.com. If you are interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. I think that's it. Oh, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any platform, I guess you're not watching on Facebook today, maybe tomorrow, please click the thumbs up. And please keep the comments coming. All comments are good. There are no bad comments. It doesn't have to be even about the topic that you're on the video you're watching. Any question you have, I'm happy to answer. If it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's a topic I've covered before, I'll send you links to the videos. And if it's something new, then I'll do a new video on it. So I really appreciate you watching. Thank you very, very much.